Ready, set, art. Here we go. The origami crane. And this one is probably the more complicated of origami, but it's one of those things that once you've got it, you can practically do this blindfolded. And I've been making paper cranes since I was 5 years old. I remember my mom getting this little origami book and all this origami paper, and my brother and I just made tons of origami, and we'd make even tiny versions of little cranes and make little crane families. And I think I'm pretty good at making origami, although my brother was really good at making tiny origami. Alright, so I'm going to use colored paper for the demonstration, although for the origami, when it comes to drawing this as a still life, you might want to use the white paper, but that's up to you. For demo purposes, because I'm doing a video, that white can be a little glaring and it might be hard to see the steps. Okay, there we go. Now, when you go to turn in a picture of your origami, I want you to do it like a selfie. You need to actually take the picture with the origami, okay? Why am I doing that? Because there's plenty of pictures of origami online. I don't want you to just turn in a picture of what someone else did. I really want you to try it out, okay? All right, so what I did first was I took the paper and I folded it to a corner like this, and then I cut the trim off. You can see how it started, right? And this is how you could always make a square without having to buy origami paper, right? So all I did was take regular paper, fold to a corner, fold to one side just like this, and then I cut the trim off. All right, and then it actually already has the first fold done. So now I have this part. Next, I'm going to fold in half again. What I love about teaching the paper crane in class, because I teach it every year, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, right? And by the time they're in 8th grade, a lot of them have it down, they practice a lot at home, and then we could have paper crane races where we see who's the fastest. And I have to say, so far I've won every time, but I have a lot more experience with it, but there's been plenty of kids that came pretty darn close. Okay, so all I did was fold in half this way, and now we're going to do something where I kind of turn it like this, okay, so it almost looks like a sundial. And I need to take this part and fold it flat down into a square. So I put my hand inside, and or my thumbs, and I kind of just start folding it down into a square, just like that. So it started like this. I put my hand inside to kind of open it up toward the top, and I folded it down. Now I'm going to flip it over. It's hard to get it to flatten from here because of this weird fold, so I'm going to do pre-fold. I'm going to bend it back, so now it's like a sundial again. I put my hand inside, I go toward the top, so it's easier to flatten down, and then I just flatten it down. And look, there's a common mistake happening. See that? See that? That happens all the time. So if you just put your finger back all the way to the top, you can open that up, and then flatten it back down. Okay, so I have this part. So now we're ready to do something where we're trying to create the wings and the legs. So this part is the open part. This part is the closed part. This closed part will eventually be this part right here. So it's really important to follow this step. So I'm going to take this side, the open edge, that's an open edge. This is a closed edge. And it's the open edge, and I'm going to fold at an angle to meet at that fold line. So the open edge meets there. Okay? It has to be the open edge that folds to that line. If you take this side and later you're going to notice and you do it this way, what happens is you'll have an open end here and you won't be able to create the back part. Okay? So there's another common mistake. See, normally in class, I teach students how to do this the day before, 4 students a day the day before, and they act as co-teachers in class the next day to help students avoid that mistake. Okay, so I also did it to the other side. Flip over, open side. Yeah, if you notice it didn't work, it's possible you accidentally folded the wrong side. Again, that's the open side. Okay, I'm going to take this open side and fold toward here. Okay, add an angle. Alright, now I have that. Okay, and now I'm going to do something called a pre-fold. So in order to do the fold where it's a boat fold, I need to do a pre-fold. So I'm going to take this top part, which is this right here. I'm going to take this and fold it down and then fold it back up. So I'm going to take this, fold down, and open back up. That's a pre-fold. Now I can open it up. Okay? This part's tricky. I'm going to take the first layer. So if you look close, it's that top layer. I'm going to fold this way, and look, it's folding against that pre-fold line. It's doing this. It's creating a boat. So if you look from the side, it's starting to create a boat. And in order to bring it down, I have to bend this part, okay? See, it's starting to look like a little boat, okay? And you kind of help it along. It's doing this, and I'm going to start to flatten it, okay? You can see that looks wonky, so I kind of just go back in there, and I help it out. That's the boat fold. So it started right here, and I fold, fold, fold. It becomes a boat, and I flatten it down. Flip over. We're doing the same move. This part here needs to do a pre-fold again, so I'm going to back it this way, open it back up, and open this part up. Boat fold again. So I'm going to take that top layer, and I fold, 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 and I help it along, because look at those little crinkles. How am I going to fold that down? Well, you got to help it along. You go in there, take your little thumb, right? Now it's a little easier, right? And then you do this, okay? So once you get this type of stuff down, it goes a lot faster. There's that wonky fold again. Help it along, flatten out. Look, it's starting to get there. There's the back, here's the wings. This will become a head and this one a tail. Actually, it doesn't matter which side, but you get the idea. All right, to thin it out, we're going to do another fold here. So the open end, this part here, not the wings, this part. Again, a lot of people, they accidentally fold this part and they go, I don't understand what happened. Well, it's probably because you did the wrong side. Okay, so the open part here, take this edge, that top layer, and fold toward the middle. I realize there's probably videos online to show you how to do this as well, but as the teacher, I should show you how to do this as well. Okay, so see that? Folds right toward that side. I'm going to do the other side now. Again, it has to be this side. Take this edge and fold to the middle. Press down, and it should look like this. See? Okay. Flip over. So not this side, the open side. This part here folds toward the middle. Just like that. Take this edge, fold like this. Okay. And now it looks like this. If you're able to do that with your side, then you're good. If you did it on this side and you notice it just both fold down, then you did the wrong side and you would start over. Okay. So you can see it's starting to get there. Okay, I'm going to do something weird. I'm going to invert the fold. So see this part right here? It's like I take my little finger, both sides, put my thumbs here, and I take this and I pinch it in. Pinch it in. There's that side. My fingers are here. My thumbs are here. Pinch in. That's an invert fold, because we inverted what we had before, because before it looked like this, we pinched them in, and now we're here. Now technically you can make a scorpion from here. You can kind of see it starting to make that shape, but we're doing a paper crane. Okay. Alright, so now I'm going to fold up, these are the wings, I'm going to fold up the tail and the head. So I'm going to take this side, and there's that fold line, that's how far we fold up, just like this. flip over. There's that fold line. Fold up. And we're going to do that crazy invert fold again. So see this part here? I take my little finger, put it there. Take my little finger, put it there. Hold my thumbs here. Pinch together. And look, it's starting to get wonky in there. That's okay. Just go in there and fiddle with it and try to get it to fold down. Okay, this side. My little fingers here, here, thumbs here. Pinch. There's that wonky fold. And I just kind of try to press it down. Now we have this. You can see it's starting to create its shape. These are the wings. I'm going to take the wings. I'm going to fold it down till it hits that corner. That corner. Okay. Sometimes I see people only go like this far, right? I want you to take it pretty far down because we got to create an air pocket here. Flip. Fold down to that part. Okay. Now this part, watch this. I'm going to take this, and this part it's going to fold. I'm kind of pulling it this way, and I pinch. So it looks like that. You could take it down further and pinch. Okay. Again, so for you guys, I mean, essentially I'm doing this, and I pinch this part. So if you see it from here, it starts to get a little wonky right there, and you just pinch. Okay. So usually what I do to figure out the head is I pick the side that doesn't look very good. This side looks the least good. So what I do is I go face it like this. I put my thumb right there. I start folding it down. See that? Fold it down. And then right here, I dent it in. Okay, because right now it looks like this. I dent it in, inverting the fold. Now watch this. If you hold carefully with your two fingers here, there is a little air pocket here, and you could just blow air into it, and it'll create that bubble. Or if you just gently pull, keep your thumbs there, or your fingers right here, and you kind of like round it a little bit, right? So I'm just going to go, I just blew some air in there, and you have a little piece. What's really nice is if you have leftover paper, you could take this, and guess what? You can make baby cranes. I'm not going to do a baby crane right now because all you have to do is follow those steps from before, but you can make little baby cranes from the leftover ones. Alright, that's how you do it. Thank you. Good luck.